everyone, it's me, Jack Brick, and welcome to the channel. In today's video we'll be reviewing these two houses. But before we start with the review, there's a little something I want to challenge with you guys, because I don't know if you own the set already. It's the Lego Creator set with the coffee house and the little hot dog vendor cart and the pet shop. It has number 31097. But there is one thing I've noticed, and of course most of you have heard that Lego is trying to make their foliage, their plants, as much from bioplastics as possible. But with the set there came this little minifigure of a girl, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I think that her legs, because they are definitely made with a different material than normal Lego pants or normal Lego minifigure legs, I think these legs are also made of bioplastics. Now you can hardly tell the difference. They stick to studs just as easy as the normal ones, and also pretty solid. So I don't know, I think these are bioplastics and they're pretty okay. So Lego, if you're checking out this video, please continue your experiments with trying out bioplastics, because I think for the environment it is really the best way to go. And it seems to me that you are able to keep up the quality and also do good for the environment. So I think that's really cool. This I just wanted to share with you guys. Now back to those two houses, because this is actually the reason why I am making this video for you guys. Start off their history. I think I've created these two for about a year ago, and we've by then just started to work with the modulars and try to build things ourselves. So this is one of our first builds, I guess, in the city, which well, I think came out pretty well. They're really modular houses. And for about a week and a half ago I shared a photo of them on Instagram. You guys can follow us on Instagram. Our account is Jack_Brick_Lego City. And I shared a photo and asked to the Lego community, would you guys like to see a review video on this one? And I would like to mention by name that Siebe, the brick engineer, also an AFOL from the Netherlands, responded very enthusiastic. He said, yes, well, really like to see it. So Siebe, I guess this video is dedicated to you. And without further ado, let's start with that review. Now on first, as you can see, there are two houses and they are the same, and mostly the same, because the owners of these houses have different paint jobs. We have the yellow accent house and the red accent house. Now another thing you might notice, that they are not built on base plates. So we've just used these big 16 by 16 plates for the, well, I guess very simple reason that we didn't have enough base plates to go along. But we might transform these to the 16 by 32 base plates within a while. Where to start? Let me just get one of those houses in front so you guys can see a little bit of detail. These were actually my first custom made window frames, I guess that's what you would call them, and I wanted to give the lower window a really nice and classic effect, and I think that worked out pretty well. There's a really large thing at the top with curve, which is a bit of classic, and you see the same curve but then a little one on the top. And this wasn't pre-designed, this just sort of happened. Let me put the skateboard aside. Good to share these green bricks from the top floor, which goes for both houses. We're all reseller bricks, even second-hand bricks, I think. So that is something we bought in advance, and all the rest is just Lego we already had. You can tell by this little classic door, which is actually a 3 wide door, and it is also smaller than the doors they make today. I think it's 1 brick lower. So we fitted the houses with a little lamp on the outside, and the other house has exactly the same lamp. You can see it right here. And we made a bit of a front yard with some plants and a little fence. Now, because we were working with just the Lego we had, we don't have really a whole lot of windows, right? You can see here, these are also pretty classic windows with those little outside window doors. And on this side, there's nothing to see. And on this side, you can see here the shape of the house jumps in a little at the door. You can see that well with most rental houses in Holland, so I thought that would be cool. And in the back you see a little bit cheating. I believe that there is I think a Technic brick underneath. Yeah, there we go. But I didn't want it to be just open with all those with the row of holes, so I just fitted in the right color a yellow plate on top of it. Now on the lower level on the back you see an even older Lego window. This is all one piece of Lego, and these were molded like this, I believe, in the 80s and maybe even in the 70s already. Now the roof is fitted with a solar panel. Of course we are going for sustainability, so that is, I guess, well added later on. And if I place it like this, you can tell the roof has a sloped structure, but only from one side. And to frame that roof a little bit, we've just skipped a stud and then placed those tiny little cheese wedge slopes on top of it. And I think it has a really nice look from the side. Now, of course, I'm kind of ashamed, but I'm going to show you guys some of the inside of this thing. The roof opens like this, which is really handy, but it tends to fall off pretty easy. So maybe I should flip it first. As you can tell, also this is a collection of random plates that were available but I'm really glad they're all in the same color at least. And this is actually just one of those special fences. I believe it came in a Jurassic Park set or something. But nevertheless, I used it for the first floor. Now, if we take a look inside here, this is really simply modeled. There's a bed on the open part. It is, well, I don't know, a 1 or 2 person bed. And here underneath this sloped, I don't know, do you call this sloped? This angled piece of Lego, there is a little bit of a weird door, and in there we have a little toilet. But I didn't get to create, oh, the toilet is coming out. Well, which is nice, but you guys are able to see the simplest of toilets ever designed, I think. This is all there is to the toilet. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you guys can tell, here is in fact a little ledge, so it would suggest a fountain, but more details are really not quite able to fit in here. Yeah, we made a little custom chair, which is over here, but that's mainly it for the top floor. Now, for your compare, this is the top floor of the other house, and well, I must say this one is filled with a bit more detail, because Dom is using this house for his minifig that explains the skateboard, right? So Dom has a nice bed with another cover, and he has some nice things on his wall. He has a Minecraft face, of course, here, and let me remove this for a bit more lighting. And here you guys can see some really cool minifigures. I believe they are from Ninjago, and then one of the Ninjago games. Now, if you notice this eyeball here, it is on the outside, but this also really makes clear that we were running out of pieces, and I used green stud with an eyeball to fill up that wall. Now, the toilet is located in a different corner, but again, there is a little toilet inside with a little fountain, and he's stashing his hair and his pants above it. So, of course, you can use the lower roof of your toilet to stash away your pants. Why not? Put the roof back on top, which is always a challenge. Now, the sound you hear are those windows flapping. They're not sturdy in any way, so they just flap around if you move it. But to me, it's kind of nostalgic to hear this sound, because when I was little and I was building with these Legos, this sound was really characteristic. Now, for the inside, like I said, there's a little low door here, and then you enter, and you kind of enter into the kitchen. If you guys can see it like this, yes. You can see there's a really small kitchen, but including a stove with a little oven. And here is some kind of creatively modeled what do you call it? It's the water tap with some water inside. I actually got a little bit inspired when I was bricking this one by the things I have seen in the Minecraft game, which was played by my son. Now here we have a little TV, I don't know, there's some kind of a spaceship on, I guess. And there's a little table with a glass. You can see a dog. And there's a little bit of custom couch. And the stairs are bricked as simple as possible. As you can see, it is just 2x2 brick and then repeated up. And if I place the top of the house back, so, and when you look like this, you can tell the stairs end up next to the bed, which is really practical, because when you go up to sleep, you're instantly inside of your bed. Oh, I believe I'm mixing up the top parts, because this top part is from Dawn's minifigure house, and this is the lower store, or the lower part of that house. Well, this house also has a bit of a garden, a nice window, and I thought that was really funny. This is a yellow part from an older construction site Lego city set. I guess the set with number 7249. But because of the shape, and it is not even a sticker, because of the shape, it was kind of like a street sign, right? So I was completely running out of yellow bricks, and I thought if I would place this in this house on the lower floor, then it will look like there's a street name sign just hanging on the outside of the house. So that's what I did, and I think it came out pretty much the way I meant to do. Now, this house also has a similar kitchen. As you can tell, you enter and then you end up with your face inside the oven if you trip over the little pathway here. It's all really small, and here of course again the water, and we fitted it with a transparent blue brick, so it actually looks like there's some water inside. And this living room is a bit different. There, as you can see, there's a bigger TV cabinet. They're watching exactly the same show as in the other house. There's a little can of soda standing on top of that their little table, and this one is also fitted with a custom couch and with a little lamp, and there's actually a tape lying around there, so somebody is about to watch a movie, I guess. Oh yeah, and there's this single chair here, which is black, so it's kind of hard to see, but as you can see, it's just a Lego chair, and it is fitted with a little one stud brick to become a real chair. Let me check how I must. Yes. Now, Dom's minifigure house is complete, and now the house of his neighbors is complete as well. Now, we had this one standing around in the first version of Brickberry Springs, which is, as you guys know, the little town next to Brickstow, and this was in between. This is a 8x16 little plate, and I fitted it with some custom worn out looking fence, which is just a row of snob bricks with a tile on top of it and then placed against it. as you can tell. And this little fence was standing in between those two houses, like this. Which of course has the effect that you are able to, let me get one of the cars, to park your car next to your house. So that worked perfectly and looked really good. Now I'm really curious what you guys think of this build. For a nostalgic feeling, I think I will leave them intact actually, because for such a low budget build, I think they came out really nice, and I will definitely put them in the new layout which we are working on and which we will show you later. So for everyone, thanks for watching, especially thanks Siebe, the brick engineer. Good that you watch this, and I would like to see you guys again. Until next time. This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by Jack Brick. If you like our videos, subscribe and hit on that bell so you'll be sure you are not going to miss out on our next video. See you in Brickstow.